I'm here to stand as a witness and attest to God's faithfulness. Last year was so hard, one of the hardest, years of my life. We were in and out of the hospital. We're like lab rats. There was no type of testing we didn't do while seeking for a child. I suffered 3 recurrent miscarriages, and then I had to go through pre-genetic testing, IVF. The process started in May 2022, and till November, it was very difficult. And just a day before we were supposed to go in for our transfer, the news came that none of the embryos were good. So all that was a waste of time, efforts. My hormones were all over the place. I almost slipped into depression, but God did not let me. After that process that we went through and that we were not able to progress, I said to God, it's between me and you. We would always make reference to the words that we get from Pastor Jerry on NSPPD. I may not see the rain, I may not see the wind, but my valley is filled with water.
You may not see the wind. You may not see the rain. You may not have fallopian tubes. You may not have womb. You may have fibroid, but the baby will still enter.
And it's not by process, but by grace. In December, I was going to England for further investigation, but then normally we would check, we're like, they're always managing me and everything, but I cared less. So upon getting there, they found that I had spontaneously conceived. And because my test was so high, my beta HCG was really high, they said you have to come in immediately for a scan. And while we were doing the scan, they saw a sac, and the doctor said, oh, that's a yolk sac. By the way, we never used to see beyond an empty sac. And he said, oh, and that's a fetal pole. And he was like, oh my God, we've got a heartbeat. I did not believe my eyes. And when that happened, I remember a testimony I saw on the NSPPD platform where an elderly woman also conceived. And she said, people said to her, your baby is not going to be normal. The devil has a way of lying to you. And because of the trajectory, you have that anxiety and fear. So I said to God, if you did it for this woman, Jesus, I will not let you go. I even stopped my belly one morning and I was praying. God answered everything. And even when Pastor Jerry said one day, the Lord has already gone ahead of you.
The Lord said, I've gone ahead of you.
I held on to it. And the rest is history. So
today, with the evidence, put your hands together for Jesus. After 3 miscarriages, a failed IVF, look at that.